As you know, Zimbabwe is the fourth biggest producer of tobacco in the world, the biggest on the African continent. This year we have a record tobacco crop of 355 million unprecedented, 355 million kilograms, unprecedented in the history of tobacco. 85% of this tobacco is grown by smallholder farmers. 135,000 farmers will receive to date $1.2 billion US dollars. On average, each farmer is $8,600 US dollars. The bulk of these farmers are beneficiaries of the land reform program. So this is Zimbabwe's transformation. Those visiting Zimbabwe, welcome to Zimbabwe and welcome to the capital city, Harare. There is a function that's taking place across town in the beautiful province of Manicaland. That's called Sanganai, which is a tourism fair where a lot of activities taking place to try and market destination and brand Zimbabwe. I want to recognize the FAO and in particular my brother Dr. Tala for his foresight and leadership and calling us together for this regional hand-in-hand initiative, which rhymes and resonates with Zimbabwe's own quest to become a prosperous and upper middle income society and anchored on agriculture because we are an agro-based economy. 62% of our population resides in rural areas. In the daily egg, they are living from agriculture. So it is agriculture done differently that will uplift the standards of living of these people. Currently, they are mere economic spectators. I hope that with initiatives such as hand-in-hand initiative, these spectators will become economic participants. And this we must invest in. Southern Africa and the rest of this part of the world, Zimbabwe included, is predicted to become drier in the decades ahead, which is why we must climate-proof agriculture through climate-smart interventions. Our own agriculture, food systems, and rural transformation strategy is 5 output areas. One, we want to ensure and assure Zimbabweans of perennial food security and begin to leap towards food sovereignty. And this away from the weather-determined and episodic food security escapades of the past. Secondly, we want to improve rural and nutrition among the rural communities. Thirdly, we just want to improve livelihoods because agriculture is a causative, catalytic, and multiplier effect on the rest of the economy. So agriculture done right means that it can pull the rest of the economy. And fourthly, agriculture is a direct economic contribution to Zimbabwe, as I've spoken of the case of tobacco and many other crops. Fifth, and perhaps not spoken more widely, is that we are responsible for assisting in peace, territorial integrity of our country as we affirm and reaffirm boundaries through their Surveyor General and to enable you to get home to know where you are. It is the Surveyor General that maps those areas through monumentation and other things. The agriculture, food systems, and rural transformation strategy rhymes with what the regional hand-in-hand focus is. The areas that you have mentioned, the 4 focus areas that you want: climate smart irrigation intervention, you want mechanization. I hope you can call it smart mechanization too, and focus on conservation, mechanization. We have perhaps an intervention here that we call Pfumvudza Intwasa, which is a sustainable, intensive conservation agriculture method practiced now by 100% of the 62% of the rural population, and they've seen yields increase, almost doubling in terms of maize and trebling in terms of sorghum. I also note that you wanted to focus on agro-industrialization. Again, this resonates with our own 10 pillars of the agriculture, food systems, and rural transformation strategy, where we are looking at rural industrialization and rural development, because we believe that there is a very strong nexus between agricultural development causing rural industrialization, that rural industrialization causing rural development, and that rural development becoming the catalyst for the attainment of Vision 2030, which our president, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, has eloquently declared that this nation will be in 2030. I also note that you are bringing something to the fore that is pertinent in a unipolar world, where we are beginning to look at trade between and among ourselves. Sadly, Africa still imports $90 billion worth of agricultural produce from outside Africa. The opportunity from the sadness is that this presents us with a challenge and an obligation to be able to feed ourselves. We must increase productivity. We must be inclusive, women and children getting on board. So I look forward to these hand-in-hand partnerships today, producing very productive and fruitful results as you go into tomorrow and the day after. So let me take this opportunity again to welcome you to Zimbabwe and Harare, but more importantly, to wish you a most fruitful hand-in-hand partnerships. With these remarks, it is therefore my privilege and singular honor to declare this regional hand-in-hand initiative officially open. I thank you.